Going to be an 8-card spread where we're going to look at February for you. Any information that you also may be looking for will be listed in the description, so just check there. And make sure you subscribe so you never miss a beat. All right, Capricorns, let's see what's going on. What does the month of February have in store for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements? We have the Knight of Wands and we have the Six of Wands. Beautiful cards already. So, the theme of this month is about getting back in motion, getting back in action, and focusing on your personal success. You're going to be catching a whole bunch of W's this month, okay? In the sense of you like fully committing yourself to your personal goals and you doing this and like taking no for an answer or not taking no for an answer. Doing your best to stay energetically balanced, doing things to keep yourself motivated, like reading, like doing things around spiritual maintenance. You could be like literally thriving this year. So, I mean, thriving this year. Well, yeah, this year, but especially this month in the sense of you being really focused on like personal success. I'm also seeing there could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo individual who really puts their like display of affection for you or their love for you in action. This could kind of catch you off guard as well. Especially if this is a newer person, they could be really like showing you a good time or showing you that there is actually love out there for you, or there is potential for you to meet somebody who's actually in alignment with you. Okay, I love this. You could also find yourself like wanting to go out more. Okay, something could be giving you this dose of motivation to like create as well for my creatives. Okay, so for career and finance, we have the Seven of Pentacles and we also have the Eight of Wands. So for career and finance, if you've been waiting for certain jobs to reach back out to you, if you've been waiting to hear back from a place that you interviewed from, you could actually be hearing back from them pretty quickly, like in the start of this month. Okay, I would say if you've been like also waiting to just get started when it comes to like personal goals that you have to go to school to, you know, get whatever skill or certification so that you can start your career. This is a month where you're going to be taking action. And if you're not, you want to be, because things could be moving really quickly and be moving fast in terms of opportunity coming your way. Some of you may even have an opportunity to travel somewhere else for some sort of job opportunity. Okay, this could be like moving to a different state or transferring to a different state. You could be like waiting to hear back about a transfer, and you could be getting this transfer finally. Okay. Yeah, and for some of you too, you could be taking stock of what works for your business and what doesn't. Seven of Pentacles talks about sitting back and reflecting on what works, what doesn't, the progress that you've made overall. And some of you could be adding like either, like I said, a new skill, new products to your business, and sales are picking up even more. Now, what's coming up in regards to love for you, Capricorns? We have the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So yeah, you're definitely leaving behind anything that doesn't feel worth the time, the energy, effort, or anybody who makes you feel like they don't have enough time for you, or they don't have enough resources to kind of treat you right, like take you on a proper date or to properly court you. And with you leaving this behind, I'm telling you, some of you guys are going to be attracting somebody who really does take charge. They're not the type to kind of like sit back and twiddle their thumbs, and they're not indirect in terms of what they want. They're like very straightforward. So some of you could be leaving one person behind and then manifesting somebody who's actually going to show you a level of appreciation and reciprocation here. Okay, this could be a fire sign specifically. It could be really any zodiac sign, but let's keep going. So when it comes to the advice, I have the Four of Wands in reverse and I have the Lovers. This card like flipped out. So the advice, stay away from any family members that mean you no good. Like intentionally meaning you no good, whether this is the person you may have children with, where this person is constantly like doing things to run your name through the mud, or making your co-parenting relationship difficult on purpose. Or just family members in general who could be toxic, who could, you know, constantly ask for a handout but don't want to reciprocate the same thing back to you. Or like people that you're constantly supporting and taking under your wing, and they're not willing to do the same thing for you, and you've constantly over and over and over again have, you know, extended yourself from them for them, excuse me, and they're not willing, like I said, to do the same. You also want to be mindful of any decisions that you make during this time frame that are risky, in the sense of like, if you know that in you making either choice A or choice B, that it's going to come with possibly some consequences you don't want, it's something you may want to like think about twice. Think about twice this month, okay, in any sense. All right, so when it comes to the possible challenge, I have the 6 of Cups and I have the 9 of Wands. So this could be people from your past trying to resurface. This could be maybe the dynamic with the person you may have children with, or ex-husband, ex-wife. The problem could be the past constantly coming up within your existing relationship, whether that's the past between you two and whatever you guys have been through, the stresses, the trials and tribulations, and that being something that comes up in argument or is a point of reference when it comes to how the relationship's being, you know, navigated now. Or it could just be this person's past, like the person that you're dating. Maybe you notice that they are just so held and bound by what they've been through past tense that it's just kind of hard to get through them. Or personally, this is something that you're kind of going through. Now, what you're unaware of for this month, Capricorns, I have the 10 of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So yeah, even though a family member could be giving you a hard time, even though the person you may have children with, an ex-husband, ex-wife, could give you a hard time, it really stems from them still having like a deep care and a deep love for you. If you didn't know that, okay. And you could have a family member, even though you're not talking to them right now, they do really care about you deeply and they do think about you often, even if they don't necessarily call or they're not as consistent around like the relationship as a whole. I'm also getting that somebody you've been with for a very long time. 10 of Pentacles is given like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Like you've had a long relationship history with this person. This individual still cares about you deeply, and that could be why this person is constantly like reaching out to you or like not letting you go. Now, what do you need to avoid this month, Capricorns? We have the 10 of Wands and the Page of Swords. So you want to avoid taking on too much responsibility or taking on too much tasks that you can't handle, like in the sense of taking up too much work, where maybe you thought you could handle it, but maybe it's just too much and it's overwhelming. Or, you know, if you have 2 jobs now, trying to take on a 3rd one, like making sure you're not adding so much to your plate to where you feel energetically overwhelmed or like you can't manage everything that you have going. Also, you want to be mindful of you want to be mindful of entertaining somebody who does not communicate. Sorry about that. You want to be mindful of dealing with someone who doesn't know how to communicate properly, or they communicate few and far in between, and you're constantly having to question like where their head is at or whether or not this person and you are on the same page. It just may not be worth the stress. Okay, see the lack of communication as the communication, okay? Because if this person is constantly leaving you in a state of a lack of clarity or like being unresponsive as well, like very short communication, I might talk to you today, I might not tomorrow. This could be stress within itself. And you may not know that this person has a lot going on, and that may be why they're unable to communicate consistently. Now, what do you need to avoid? What does my Capricorns need to avoid for February? So I have the Queen of Pentacles, or Crown of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. So this could be another earth sign, a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo individual, or this could be being mindful around how money's being spent and how money's being managed. That could be like a huge focus by the end of this month for you. Something with either a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo could be significant. And for others of you, you could be like able to maybe save more money, like put more money away. Okay, also, if you've been just kind of closed off to doing things, you could be like breaking out of that shell. With the Four of Pentacles, this is like, I'm staying in my comfort zone. I'm staying in the space that works for me. So by the end of this month, you could be completely breaking out of that shell and exploring maybe newer connections or new fun things to try out. Okay, so what's the advice for my Capricorns for February? What's the advice? We have yin and yang, which represents balance. So you want to focus on doing things that keep you in a space of feeling balanced, what, Crystal? You want to make sure you're doing things that keep you in a harmonious, I can't even say the word, or a balanced place. So whether this is meditation, yoga, whether this is going to the beach, this is personal for you. So whatever works for you, if it's listening to a certain type of music, if it's going for a walk, whatever it may be, you want to do it so that you can feel energetically balanced this month. Okay. Also, let your spiritual team handle your battles. There are certain battles that only your spiritual team can handle, okay? So when it comes to, you know, certain people getting karma for the way that they've treated you, when it comes to the forces being balanced on their own behind the scenes, let your spiritual team handle that. We also have Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. And the last advice card we have is Rescue. So yeah, so connect with your emotions, allow yourself to feel your feelings, not try to intellectualize them, understand them, but allow your feelings to pass. That's the only way that you're going to release them, let go of them, is by allowing yourself to feel them and not feel or making yourself feel bad about the fact that you have feelings. And with Rescue showing up, this does talk about support coming your way or like spiritual help coming your way. So be open to the help. The advice here is to be open to the help that your spiritual team is going to send you, even if it comes in the way that you may not be expecting. So this is what I see. I wish you the best of luck, Capricorns. I hope you have an awesome February, and I will talk to you later.